Good morning.
Morning, Gary.
Hi. I think we got a little bit of explaining to do, especially for the people that do follow us. We've sold what was Meadow View Gardens. So I guess it's with heavy. Oh, I can't say it. I just can't. I was going to say it's with heavy heart and tears in my eyes that we've led. No, I still can't say that. Sorry.
That's not you, is it?
No, it's not me. No. Yeah. So we've sold Meadow View Gardens. Now, I mean, and there's going to be many people who are going to think, what on earth would you do that for? Several reasons. And I'm not going to say there's a main reason, but one of the big factors for selling was the fact that Julie's been diagnosed. I don't know if you were diagnosed, or I think the doctors have run out of reasons for her health problems. So she's been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Now, obviously, Julie was an integral part of the gardens, designing the gardens, setting the gardens up, planting the gardens, doing all the work in the gardens. And it was breaking her heart that she just couldn't do it anymore. She'd come out for half an hour and just, that was it. She'd go in, she felt like she'd been run over by a truck, train, whatever. And then all those people that do suffer from fibromyalgia will know exactly what I'm talking about. So it was killing her. She just breaking her heart that she couldn't get out there, couldn't do any of the work anymore, couldn't get involved with the gardens. So that was one of the reasons. For me, also, it was getting a little stale. I don't mean that in a nasty, bad way, but I like to be, what can I say? I like to be doing new things. I like to have things on the horizon, new projects.
You like challenges.
Yeah, I like challenges, but I like new projects. Although I've said before, I'm not a designer, I'm not a landscaper. I like designing out new areas and then planting and seeing it grow, as we've done for the last 10 years at Meadow View. So we came to the conclusion in the end that let's sell. Let's start again. Let's move somewhere, blank canvas. Smaller, yes. So we actually put the property on the market this time last year. And it's taken a while, obviously. It took a special person, a special buyer to come along, and that person found us and we found them, and they're a really nice couple, and I mean, we wish them all the best. And I'm on hand to help them anytime. If they need any help, any advice and hands-on stuff, I'm more than happy to help them with. They know that. We're only 30 minutes away from where we were, and we're not going to give away where we are at the moment. We may do that further down the line. So yeah, we have a blank canvas here. We have a much, much smaller garden. We have about 3 acres. We have a nice patch of woodland. Julie's got a really nice house, and she deserves that. I mean, she's put up with all my gardening stuff and all the money I've wanted to spend in the garden over the year. And we've never really, well, certainly for the last 10 years, not had a nice wife house, I think is the way to explain it. So we've got a really nice house. We have a really nice property. And the other reason is we're actually now mortgage free. So it's given us the opportunity to be mortgage free and not have...
That's a big deal.
Yeah, for us it's a big deal. I mean, to have no mortgage, we have no debt, luckily. Now, we don't have lots of money, hence we're going to carry on with the YouTube, and I'm really enjoying that. And I'm carrying on with the nursery. I'm going to be producing a range of plants that aren't certainly not commonly found. So it's a really specialist nursery. And we'll go into more detail on that over the coming months. So obviously, this is now my new potting shed. I have a potting shed. We were lucky when we bought the property. There were 2 10 by 16, fairly actually almost brand new not potting shed, but sheds. They're pretty well.
No, that's not beer. Sorry, I just saw that.
Oh, isn't it?
Gary doesn't have his private supply.
They're in the garage next door, in the fridge. So they're Mennonite built, so they're not bad. I mean, this one I'm going to obviously got some work to do. I'm going to put a new bench in it, some decent lighting. I've just thrown some stuff in here for now. Because you can imagine with moving the house is one thing. Moving the nursery, that's another deal altogether.
And you saw in the past video what it took to actually move all those plants.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of worry. I mean, it's been very, very, very dry. The whole summer has been really dry. So it was certainly a challenge moving the plants. And then moving here, we have no irrigation, with no storage system set up yet. We have nothing. So it's all going to be done brand new. New greenhouse, new polytunnel, storage tank, the whole works. So we thought we'd fill in everybody with what's going on. I'm sorry if it's a little drawn out, it's a little boring, but we just felt that everybody ought to have a bit of background of what's going on. We do still, obviously, I'm still going to keep going with the plants, even though while we're moving, I've got to get the greenhouse, got to get the polytunnel up, but I still have plant stuff to do. But we just thought we'd follow up with a little bit of information on the Delphinium crown buds that we did a few weeks ago, the Hosta division that we did even more weeks ago, and also the fact that I've learned something over the last 3 months, that you can actually dig many plants, and especially evergreens, in the middle of summer, when it's really, really, and I'm talking bone dry. The ground was just, everything I dug, the ground was just bone dry. And it's
like
been
dust, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, like dust. And there's been no moisture there for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I've dug several things and I ripped out all the plant material from our troughs and I've not lost a thing. And I put that down to the fact that you're digging and you're moving plants in such dry conditions, it has no active root system. So as soon as you lift something and you put it in some compost and you water it, first of all, you hear this big sigh of relief from the plants, thinking, wow, great, thank you, moisture. And I've dug some evergreens, I've dug alpines, and there's a few here on the bench. So most of these were actually taken out of my troughs. So again, this one in particular here, that was ripped out of a trough less than, well, I want to say probably about 2 months ago. And it's fine. Another conifer here, and Juniperus Wiltonii. That one I can't remember. This is a Daphne. Now again, Daphne, you can't transplant Daphne. Eternal fragrance, nice white one, really nice scent on that. Couple of dianthus, again, middle of the summer, bone dry, and you can see these things are looking really nice. This one's actually seed raised. Not sure on the varieties, but again, no problem. And then the biggest surprise was this guy. This was in one of my troughs, and it wasn't looking great because it was dry. This is Daphne Lawrence Crocker, and as you can see, this was 2 months ago. If this wasn't going to survive by now, it would have actually curled up its toes and gone brown. It's actually got flower buds forming for next year on them. So again, I learned something. And I mean, as gardeners, we're always learning. And this was a real surprise to me. So anyway, that's those. So if Julie steps back a little bit, I'm going to mind the chair. So Julie will put in the description which episode we actually dug the Delphiniums for the crown buds. But this is the one tray I did. And we have 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, what's that? Okay. Anyway, believe it or not, I've not lost one single plant. And again, I put it down to the fact that when I did these, it was so dry, really dry. But crown buds are a really good way to increase your Delphinium stock. That's
lovely.
A really nice little plant. Now, I don't know. I've not knocked these out. Look at that. Now, that, if you wanted, you could plant that out in the garden now. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to flower next year. It might send up the odd spike. And let's pull another one. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's pull one from over this side. Here we go. There's another one. Another nice little plant. Root system. Just really nice. The other thing you have to bear in mind is these have been abused over the last 3 weeks. Previous video, you saw us emptying the tunnels. These have been on trolleys, and thrown into trailers and then driven down the road, shook around, and left on trolleys I think they were on trolleys for almost a week. And then we went and picked them up because we were lucky. Our real estate agents, really nice people, allowed us to drop a lot of plants and other stuff at their property, which is midway between where we were and where we are. And they were left there for 5 days. Then we picked them up, another trailer journey for them, brought them here. And again, they've not had the perfect place. They had to be thrown out the back end of the trees. They've been dry in times, but again, you can see they've done really, really well. So that's crown buds, Delphiniums. The other one we did some hostas, middle of the summer. Now again, these are looking a little ratty. And again, that's because they've been abused.
Time of year.
Time of year, yeah, but they've been abused. They've again on trolleys for over a week and then moved twice. And I have no idea what the roots are like. I know what the roots are like because I can see them. Again, not a massive root system, but they've rooted around. Now, again, that if you want, that can be planted out into the garden. And that's going to go, this is blue mousies, by the way. And this is then going to provide you a really nice little plant for next year. Instead of dividing it in the spring and then having to wait until the autumn until it looks good, this is ready to go. So that's blue mousies. This one, again, this was an unnamed variety. I don't know which one it was now. This guy here is got a nice pattern on the leaf. 2 new shoots. And then let's take a look. This does not have such a good root. I can feel that. Saying that.
You were
wow.
saying?
Yeah, I know. Shows what I know, doesn't it? So again, really nice root. Me personally, I'd plant that out now. And that would be a really nice plant for next year.
If we had somewhere to put it.
If we had somewhere to
our gardens
yes,
out, yeah?
which we don't. We have nowhere to plant anything at the moment. I'm going to be busy over the winter designing. Some of the ornamental gardens are already designed out in my mind. The vegetable garden is the big one. That one's going to take a little bit of work. I have to design that on paper because we have about 1.5 inches of topsoil here, it seems, from some little bit of work I've already done. So it's going to be predominantly raised beds for the vegetable garden, but it's going to be a large vegetable garden, and it's also going to be a demonstration garden. We're not just going to have vegetables, we're going to have ornamentals in there. So these Delphinium, for instance, they will be planted within the vegetable garden area, and we'll use them for demonstration. So for how to propagate, how to collect seed, crown buds, cut flowers. We're going to do a lot of demonstration stuff. So hopefully that's not been too long, tedious, and boring for everybody, but it gives you a background of where we are, what we're planning to do. And really, I'm really excited about it. Again, new challenge for me, new opportunities, much, much smaller gardens. We're hoping that Julie's health's going to improve a little bit now. We have less stress, obviously, for her. Not so much in the way of gardens. And if she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't have to do it now.
I still want to do it.
Yes, I know you still want to do it. And and she also wants to do a lot of her artwork. She's a really good painter, drawer. So she wants to spend a lot more time doing that. So yeah, it's really exciting. I want to get going, but obviously I'm impatient. Always am. Always want to get things growing, but I've got to get this greenhouse and this polytunnel up. So until next week, please like and subscribe. And it's keep following us. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.